Howdy, gang! It's me again. I'm on a roll with these videos. I just finished a countdown to Horror Hound Weekend, talking about some guest updates and vendors. So if you haven't checked that out yet, if you are at all interested, please do check it out. Uh, if you're thinking about going to Horror Hound Weekend, September 13th through the 15th, definitely check it out and see what's going on or will be going on at Horror Hound Weekend. But I'm here to do a review. I don't usually do reviews for the Daily Grindhouse. I mean, usually I talk about, new arrivals or stuff I've gotten in. Well, this is something I've gotten in, but I wanted to kind of review it um, for people that might be interested in purchasing a VR headset. This is the MetaQuest 3 VR headset. I just got it in yesterday. I haven't played around with it today, but I did play around with it yesterday. Um, the only con I can find for myself with this is that it only comes in white. And I'm not a big fan of white. I would prefer black colored devices and stuff. Um, I don't know, just because white is just so plain. But, however, you can get skins to go on these things. So I'm probably going to be purchasing that. So that's not a deal breaker for me. Like, if you don't have a black device or a product that's offered in a different color other than white, that doesn't mean I won't buy your product. It just means, I'm just not a big fan of the white color, right? Um, and it does come with two controllers. You have a left and a right controller. Okay. And because that's one thing Steve was asking me when he was playing around with it yesterday is, does it does it have controllers or do you just do stuff with your hands? Now, you can do stuff with your hands because once you have the headset on and you are either in an app or a game, a lot of times, or even on just the dashboard for the VR headset, um, you can take your finger and tap. Like, it's almost like, for anybody that remembers some of the Star Trek stuff or even some of the Marvel superhero movies, they will do things on a screen. And so the VR headsets are a lot like that. The MetaQuest 3 VR headset in particular is like this. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe that this is the same company that made the Oculus VR headsets. And people are going to think I'm crazy, but I did purchase two Oculus headsets. I got the first Oculus, and then they came out with another version of it a little bit later, and I got it. So this is my third VR headset purchase. Okay. But like I said, this is not an Oculus. This is the MetaQuest version of that headset. So let's you guys and gals may be thinking, okay, what's price tag attached to this, Dana? Before I get into all the good stuff, let's break down the price, right? Okay. So keep in mind though that I did get mine discounted. It was one of those lightning deals that you can catch every once in a while, right? So they have two different versions. They have the 128 gigabyte, which is currently $464 at Amazon, and they also have the 512 gigabyte that is currently $649. Now, if you get lucky, you might be able to get it for $200 or $300 in a lightning deal, right? but right now it is $649. Okay. You can also get these bundles. You can get a comfort bundle. Um, you can get a streamer bundle. So if you're interested in that, um, oh, and I forgot to share my screen for you folks. That was not smart. Let's do that, shall we? Sometimes I just, okay. So let's share the screen now. And let's fill up the whole screen with this, right? Okay. So let's go back up here. So as I was saying, um, they have the MetaQuest 3 firing 12 gigabyte or 128 gigabyte. The 128 gigabyte is currently $464. The 512 gigabyte is $649. Okay. Unless you get lucky like I did and you happen to be browsing around on Amazon and you catch one of those lightning deals, this is what you're going to be paying. Okay. All right. So, as I said, they do have comfort bundles, a streamer bundle. Um, and what I liked about this, one of the things that piqued my interest when I was looking at this little beauty, is this is what's called a mixed reality headset. That will transform your home into an exciting new playground where virtual elements blend into your actual surroundings, which to me makes it a lot safer than the headsets that came before it. Because the headsets that came before it, like the Oculus headsets, they didn't do mixed reality that I recall. You were either, with the headset off and you were in your living room or your kitchen or your, game room or movie room, wherever you were at or outside. Um, but with the MetaQuest version, you can actually see in a lot of these games and apps, you can actually see your home. For instance, there's a Ghostbusters game that you can see like your living room, for instance, but you have ghosts that like. It looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You try to shoot it. I'm sorry about my birds being so loud. It's 9:23 at night, and those guys are hopping around and being crazy. Um, you also supposedly this is supposed to be the most powerful Quest yet, featuring next level performance. I can't say, because I have not used the other MetaQuest, the one or the two. I jumped right into the MetaQuest 3, but I do like it a lot better than the Oculus. I thought the Oculus was great. Now that I've got the MetaQuest 3, I'm like, ooh, I'm a big fan of this MetaQuest 3. It features next level performance with more than double the graphic processing power of the Quest 2. Based on keep in mind though, this is based on the graphic performance of the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 versus MetaQuest 2. Experience more immersion with dazzling visuals with the 4K plus infinite display, which is nearly a 30% leap in resolution from Quest 2. And rich 3D audio. I love the audio. The audio to me is really immersive. It's got enhanced sound clarity, bass performance, and a 40% louder volume range than the Quest 2. Reach out and touch virtual worlds, and they definitely are reach out and touch, because what you have to do sometimes, like I was playing like a laser tag like game yesterday, and you have to look down, you can see your laser tag gun, and you have to reach with your controller and pick it up. Okay. So you have Reach Out and Touch virtual worlds with Touch Plus controllers that give you fine-tuned precision, realistic sensations, and more intuitive interactions. You can even navigate without the controllers with direct touch that follows your gestures, so you can use just your hands to find your way, and that is possible. Explore the world's best library of 500 plus immersive apps and find your favorite content across gaming, fitness, wellness, entertainment, social experiences, and more. Now, keep in mind that when I got the first Oculus, it had a lot of free games and apps. But when I got my next Oculus, that wasn't the case. A lot of the stuff you had to buy. There was still some free stuff. And with the Meta Quest, there's still free stuff. But of course, they put the really good, tempting stuff in the buy uh, category. So, they have a lot of games, they have a lot of apps, they have some free ones, but the majority of the really, really good stuff is going to be for purchase. I mean, they have some that's about $10, they have some that's 20, they have some that's 30. I think that's mainly the prices that I saw. I didn't think I saw anything higher than $30. Um, Get 2.2 hours of usage on battery with the option to extend your battery life further with battery saver mode. Use the included 18-watt power adapter to fully charge your headset. Battery life is dependent on various factors such as device settings, usage, age of battery, Bluetooth usage, and wireless conditions. I've heard some people complain about the battery life. I guess I'm not somebody that's wanting to play a game for hours and hours and hours. I'll switch back and forth between different things. But if you are strictly a gamer who gets really into the game and wants to keep playing it for long periods of time, you might be a little disappointed with the only 2.2 hours of usage on average. Okay. Play what you love longer with maximum comfort. Personalize your fit with added customization and redesigned slimmer profile compared to Quest 2. Everyone in the family is safe to explore with privacy features and supervision tools. There is child safety guidance, accounts for 10 plus, etc., etc. Okay, so let's just stop sharing on that. And so let me show you some of the customization. Um, I'm not sure if y'all can see inside there. This head strap is getting in the way. But there is a little indentation on the inside where the lenses are, the eye lenses. And you can adjust that to make it tighter around your eyes or looser around your eyes. Now, I had to get this thing pretty tight. You can also adjust the straps. They can be adjusted in the back. They can also be adjusted here. This is some Velcro. Um, and so it takes a little practice to get it, because everybody's head and face and everything is different. So it takes a little bit of time getting the proper adjustment set properly for your facial features and your head size. Okay. I'm not saying that people got big heads. I'm just saying people got different size heads. Okay. And my brother, I will tell you, does have a large head. So he would probably have to really expand these straps on here. So if you have a larger head, okay, you're probably going to have to do a little more adjusting there. Okay. And I'm not really going to play one of these games because I'm not going to be able to show you guys the games. That would be something that you would have to experience yourself, right? You would just see me acting goofy, go, oh, and I'm not going to do that. But you do get to create your own avatar. Basically, you use the app that you download, the MetaQuest app, or the Meta app, on your phone. And then you create your avatar. You take a picture of yourself, and then it creates an avatar, and you can dress it the way you want. And so I thought my avatar looked pretty much like me. And if you're looking in a mirror or if there are other people in these virtual worlds with you, they can see what your avatar looks like. You can see what their avatar looks like. If you're looking at yourself in some kind of mirror, you can see yourself as your avatar. You can also set your I guess it's, where your dashboard is before you go into games and apps and stuff like that. It's kind of like a home screen type of thing. And you can set it for different environments. And currently, I've got my environment set to a ski lodge with a fire and all that stuff. So it's nice. But there's other one. If you don't like that, you can pick um, other environments that you would like better. Um, and so I played around in the horizons, the meta horizons, I think it's called, where there are other people that are, connected into this. And so that was fun for a little bit, but I'm not like most of the time when I'm playing with this stuff, I would rather just be doing my own thing in a game or an app or something instead of interacting with people. I did go into the McDonald's, like the meta McDonald's or whatever, and um, somebody almost ran over me with their truck. I mean, thankfully it was like virtual worlds. But I was like, whoa, don't back into me. And people can talk. You can have your microphone turned on and you can talk, and everybody will be able to hear you. So there was somebody that was singing about doing their gardening or something. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to stay around here. But it was fun for a little bit. Um, I'm wanting to try out some more games and stuff like that. I did go into the Green Hell, which was a Amazon jungle thing, but I couldn't even figure out how to use my walkie-talkie at the beginning of it, so I kind of give up after a while. You do get 6 months of like MetaQuest Plus or something like that, where you can get uh, some games that would normally cost you about $30 or something. That's where I got that Green Hell at. I think maybe you can get two per month or something like that. And there's a few horror games, not as many horror games as I would have liked, but maybe they're going to get some more. There's some stuff that's coming soon that I want to try out as soon as they have it available. I told Steve maybe I can buy one game or app per pay period, and that way I won't be going crazy and stuff. And he's like, whatever. But the graphics are fantastic in this. It is and can be fully immersive. You can set boundaries so you don't like run into walls in your house and stuff like that. If something is fully immersive, once you get to a certain barrier, it lets you know, and it clears up and shows you that, hey, you're about to run into a wall or something like that, or you know a shelf of movies or whatever there may be. Um, so it's best to have a lot of wide open space to get the most out of this. So if you're able to like move furniture and stuff out of your way, or you just sit down on the couch or something in your living room and you don't move around a lot, that will help out immensely. Um, so I also tried out, I was really tense last night late. And so there was a meditation app called Trip. And yeah, they want you to buy a subscription to it, but you can try a demo. And so I tried the demo, and it asks you what your current mood is and all that, and how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 would be, very happy and content, and 1 and 0 would be not so good, right? So I was like at a 1. And then it asks you to pick how you feel, and you can pick as many of those as you want. And so I was pretty stressed at the beginning of it. But it took me through this module. It was very relaxing. They had you concentrate on your breathing and stuff like that, and did a little game. And amazingly enough, whenever I was done with this module, I felt very, very relaxed. So, trip does work, or at least it works for me. Um, so, you may be wondering, because I've been on here babbling for about 20 minutes. You may wonder, what kind of rating am I going to give to the MetaQuest 3? Well, I am going to have to give this thing 5 deadites out of 5. I highly, highly recommend it. If you can catch a sale, one of those lightning deals, or you can just afford to buy it at the price tag it is now, um, I would highly recommend it. If you are at all interested in VR, virtual reality stuff, MetaQuest 3 is the way to go, in my opinion. So, highly, highly recommend it. Check out the specs, the total specs, and all that on Amazon.com. And hopefully, some of you guys will be able to purchase one and try it out. And I'd love to know what y'all's thoughts are on the MetaQuest 3 VR headset. And so, with all that being said, this is going to be my last video of the night, but I'm off like a dirty shirt. But I want to remind everybody, as I always do before I get off of here, is to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday night. And despite it being the start of the work week, let's try to make Monday a kick-ass Monday. And let's kick Monday's ass. And let's kick the work day's ass, right? We'll kick ass and take names with it, right? So, anyway, I'm out of here, folks, and I'll see everybody next time.